Good evening, Yaliho. Keralix Group, the acclaimed organization who always support students in their education with career counseling and help them becoming a resourceful asset for the country. The organization who considers investing in today's children as an investment in the country's future, since it is directly related to various social benefits to the country in the long run. Education helps the students to develop skills that can benefit them in their career building and also makes them employable. The organization has always remained active in providing students with a proper guidance so that they can take aware decisions for their career. I, Srishtita Chanda, on behalf of our esteemed organization, welcome you, sir, for an amazing session on career counseling in the current scenario. I guess and I hope that everyone is healthy and fine during these challenging times. The truth is that our finest moments are most likely to occur when we are feeling deeply uncomfortable, unhappy, or unfulfilled. For it is only in such moments, propelled by a discomfort, that we are likely to step out of our comfort zone and start searching for different ways or truer answers. Career counseling is a process that focuses on developing. I should say it is on the developing way of understanding somebody's oneself as work trends to make an informed decision about their career and education. Whether you are in the process of choosing a career or in the midst of a career change, having a professional by your side always does help. Career counseling helps in getting the right guidance to help set your long-term goal professionally and achieve them through scientifically developed aptitude tests and personality tests. In today's rapidly changing scenario, we all need to upgrade ourselves to kickstart our careers. For this, we need counseling, solicitation. In recent terms, career counseling has got the recognition it's needed. Career counseling in India had never been much popular among students. However, people like parents or students now become concerned about one's career choices due to unsuccessful jobs and stressful lifestyle. The students are now more inclined towards making a career in the field they are passionate about. And the most reliable way to understand our career choices is career counseling. So today we have among us the preeminent speaker, Mr. Noordin Panjwani. He is having a master's degree in psychology and in English literature. He's a certified trainer as a career counselor. And he is professionally working as the principal of Saffron School situated at Mundra. He is having an experience of glorifying 21 years of being to be a vice principal and the principal. We welcome you, sir. And today, in today's evening, so please to reflect on the topic of this particular today's one and subjugate about what a younger generation should do, as many of the students as well as the most aspiring and promising students also gets confused about when it comes to career choosing. So
yes, ma'am. First of all, I congratulate to Calarax group of schools for taking initiative to arrange such webinar, and I appreciate your efforts to disclose the untouched topic to discuss here, and I am very thankful for giving me such chance to express my views and experiences with you. I start my word with a famous quote of Benjamin Franklin. He said that if you are failed to plan, you are planning to fail. This word is very much suitable for the students who are planning for future without counseling, without proper path, and they are selecting the way. They are not doing proper planning. We don't know whether they will fail or pass, but that is not the right way, right path to do that thing. Generally, when the students reach at the class 10th to 12th, they start think about selection of careers, but they feel confusion about career choice. They have a confusion what to do or what not to do. And if they are selecting any career, they are taking decision. Once again, they have a dilemma. They have a question: is it right or wrong? So selecting career, a little bit dilemma question for the students. And here I remember the famous word of Shakespeare. In his famous drama, Shakespeare's Hamlet, he said that Hamlet once was in dilemma, and he is asked himself, what is right or what is wrong, to be or not to be. Same situation is here. Sometimes students are facing to be or not to be. And it is very essential that these teenagers are mostly unequipped with necessary information that's required to make judicious and prudent decision of career selection. They have less information regarding this. One more thing, in Indian society, maximum of us mix career selection randomly. We do random selection. We are selecting the career by listening our parents, by our friends, or society people. And sometimes we follow other person also. Somebody has taken some career and we are blindly following that person. We don't know his or her qualification, his or her qualities, potentials may be different from us. And there is a very slight difference between true career, wrong career. So it is very important to select proper career. But now slowly the scenario is changing. Nowadays in metro cities or in big cities, few students following the right path to select the career. They are meeting the psychologists or counselors, they are attempting the different tests and taking guidance from psychologists or counselors and following the right way for career selection. So there is a time is changing right now.
Great, sir. So to be or not to be is the big question now. So I'll come back to you again, sir. Like, what exactly is this career counseling? Why do the students, especially the younger blood, need this aviation? What are the benefits? Because I think we are having too much of students as in for the viewers. I think it's going to evidently help the student. So what exactly is career counseling, if you throw light on that, sir?
Yes, ma'am. A person needs career counseling to find the best career choice. Students spend the majority of their adult life at the workplace. A career decision is one of the most important decisions in a student's life. There is a very thin line between a happy and sad career. The students have to choose the career very wisely, otherwise result may be wrong or harmful. Career counseling is a process that focuses on helping one to understand one's own self. This is a big process where anybody can understand his or herself. He becomes aware about his or her potentials, qualities, skills, aptitude, interests, and as well as work trends. Work trends is very important thing. The students may be aware about limited careers. They have knowledge of limited careers. Here they get chance to get varied type of careers, new upcoming careers, and one important point at the career planning point in workshop, the students prepare their career path. They prepare path how to reach the career they have selected. So it is very important thing for them. That's where effective career planning and career counseling in India comes into the picture.
Very truly said, sir. As conveyed by Stephen Covey, he writes that I am not a product of my circumstances, I am a product of my decisions. Sir, intrinsically, what are the procedures and technique which are involved in such career counseling? And how much is it effective for the younger generation to go along with? If you please reflect on it.
Yes, ma'am. Generally, it is believed, and some counselors are taking only test and giving the report. It is believed that career counseling means a aptitude test, presenting the report. But good counselors arrange or conduct workshop for it. There are different steps for career discovery. In the workshop, first step is to self-understanding. The students goes through different various activities, discover his or her interests, aptitude, potential, skills, qualities, etc. And we use different methods for them. We use quantitative as well as qualitative methods that, and we prepare some tests and questionnaires and inventories also for them. So we get potential and skills on the basis of it. This is the first step. In second step, we generate students' personal profile, in which we include his hobbies, his or her accomplishment. We note down, we check his or her accomplishment of sports, literature, art, craft, theater, etc. And we also note down his or her academic history also. He is good at which subject. So on the basis of these things, we prepare students' profile. It is useful to prepare career report. Third important stage for this, it is to understanding the world of work. During this stage of workshop, the students goes through various activities to broaden his or her horizon by learning about different careers. They know different careers, how to reach that careers.
This is really, really distinctive, sir. I believe in the saying that he who never makes an effort never risks a failure. So if you think passing exams is the only difficult thing in a student's life, then you have not asked them about their career. Deciding on the right career path has become a barrier for them. Teens, most of the time, are surrounded by questions like what stream shall I be going to take after 10th and 12th? What am I supposed to do?
Developing
Yes, sir. Uh, yes, sir. You are actually in a mute situation. Would you please unmute yourself? Sir, you are in mute. Please
hello,
unmute
hello,
yourself. Yes,
hello.
sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, sorry for disturbance.
Never mind. Please carry on, sir. Please carry on.
Thank you, ma'am. So we prepare career alternatives also. We prepare five, 4 to 5 alternates. The students can go through different alternates. If students is not able to join first career selection, he has or she has some options also for second, third, fourth options. So they prepare alternates also. So this way they can go through different careers. And at last, career preparation. Whatever career he has selected, the students prepare the right way. What is the path to reach that career? They are selecting one career, and to reach that career, what is eligible thing is required, what is eligibility is required. So he or she can aware about the path. This way he can become about the career path also. So these are the main stages of career counseling workshop.
This is really distinctive, sir, as I was being saying when you got a little bit disconnected. So I as I said, that I believe in the saying that he who never makes an effort never risks a failure. So if we think that passing examination is the only difficult thing in the student's life, then we do not know that what exactly the career they are talking about. So deciding on the right career path, this has become a barrier for them, actually. So teens are most of the time surrounded by these questions like, what stream are we going to take after 10th or 12th? What should we do in future? What should be our dream job? These are some of the questions, I think, that increase the pressure on the student. Many a time career suggestion from others take the place of an individual's real interest, and these are critical aspects for a student that sometimes actually will forget to watch. So sir, what is the ultimate planning for making any student applied on for the career the suitable one for him or her? Are there any activity, any desired planning, any aptitudinal test required? Would you please elaborate and make us understand, as we have, as I said, that we have many students as viewers, which evidently is going to help them or to nurture them. Please, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Career counselor conducts some activities, and by these activities, the students become aware about different things. They also get true meaning, terminology of some words. There are some words which are very easy to listen, but they have some meaning, psychological meaning also. So they come to know about the word potential, its terminology, skill, aptitude, interest, etc. After that, the students have to give aptitude test. In this test, they have to go through some MCQs questions also. These questions prepared on for the Indian students, especially, they give the test, and on the base of this test, our psychologists check their these questionnaires and prepare the career report. In this report, the potential skills of students are also mentioned. In this, he or she would be suggested for at least 5 different careers. We check their potential. Students good at which potential? It may be linguistic, it may be special, it may be personal potential. We check her potentials also, and basis of that potential, the students is good at one or two potential. On the base of that potential, we advise 5 careers, at least minimum 5 careers, giving alternates, and we share our career report with them. They can, the reports is also can be shared along with the parents also. We ask the students as well as the parents both to sit in the career report presentation. We guide, as a counselor, we guide to the students as well as the parents also. So if the parents have any questions or doubts, it may be possible that sometimes parents and students may not be agree with same thing. So we have to somewhat get a middle of the way to convince or to make the one decision also. So in the career presentation also, we make that thing also, we make involve both the students as well as the parents. So we take such activity, and this way the career presentation is also very important thing.
Thank you so much, sir. Actually, it is believed that we are never too old to set another goal or to dream a new dream. So today's generation and career opportunities both are different and way too far than ever expected. So in spite of the pressure of acquiring a leading career, most of the students need to have their passion blended in their career path. Career counseling can make it possible and much more. I do believe that. But still, sir, all is that we have to be very careful about getting ourselves not to be fooled or baffled by moving on to something with wrong perception or to a wrong person who can misguide us. So when the situation becomes very negative for us. So how to tackle that, sir? Would you please let us know?
Yes, ma'am. In some places, some untrained people are working as a career counselor. Some people, neither they are from psychological background nor they are trained about career counseling, still they are doing students counseling. I think due to such thing, some parents are confused. Sometimes some students are getting wrong counseling. Some students are misguided regarding counseling. And due to that, some parents have some questions whether the counselor is trained or untrained. Because sometimes counselor is guiding on the basis of only reports. So I suggest that when the parents are going for their counseling, they have to check, they should have to aware a psychologist should be either trained or should have psychological background. So if they have such thing, they can guide the students properly in a right way. So parents have to take that note also.
Very apparently, I would quote the words of Mahatma Gandhi here. The future depends on what you do today. Career counseling in India, however, is a strong asset of the society that provides the right approach in shaping the career of a kid. Career counseling is an impenetrable progression that connects an individual to his dream job role. They update their knowledge regularly to come up with the latest and efficacious solutions. So, sir, even in this pandemic, would you please throw us some light how the students should be mentally prepared? How can they be strengthening their mental stability? What is the pathway of a counselor? How a counselor actually helps to promote this kind of a situation much more in a positive manner, even in this particular situation, sir?
Yes, ma'am. As the COVID pandemic disrupt the day-to-day life of all the people, as well as the students also, and it is disturb the mental health condition among the young people. This is tough transition period for students because in earlier the students have to go to school and use the offline classes, and they have to change their attitude, their mental point, their habits also. Nowadays they have to whole day sit with computer and laptops or mobile for online classes. Sometimes they are staying alone, sometimes they are feeling loneliness also. And I think parents should have to take care of these points. So students cannot be disturbed with mental problem or mental illness. First thing that I suggest to the parents to promote the social connect. Of course, we are following the rule of social distance, but social distance, it means physical social distance. In a social manner, by mobile, by calls, we can connect to the our people. I advise parents to encourage the students to nurture them for their friendship and remain communication with their classmates, friends, and cousins. They can have some form some groups for their study habits, for their extracurricular activities, for their fun also. If they can do the video calls, if they can stay on with the students online, it may be possible. And due to that thing, the students become live. That they can we can see the smile on their face also. Second, one important thing, adults are busy with their daily schedules, and due to that whole day online classes, children are busy with their gadget, with TV, their mobile, their laptops, and sometimes feeling loneliness. It is required to spend some time with them. Parents are advised to spend some time with them. We have to do some activities with them. If possible, we have to play some games with them and try to engage with small touch also. We make them happy. So they feel less loneliness and isolated, and they become very live. They feel that life is going well. They have a big problem that nobody is with them. In many houses, there is only one child, so they don't have any sister or brother. So they become very lonely also. Third point, I suggest little bit hard or may the younger generation or children less like it. Meditation and yoga. Meditation and yoga are invaluable tools that can be used to control the breathing and focus to help even youngsters students. I suggest that parents have to encourage the students. If the students can spend 15 to 20 minutes in yoga or meditation at their pace itself, it will be helpful for their mental health. It will be helpful to avoid the confusion and anxiety also. So this is also required sometimes to encourage the parents. One more thing, sometimes students are feeling lonely and they never ask for help. We have to talk with them as a parent. We have to ask them, do you need anything? Do you need any help for any kind of work? For any academic work? For any engagement work? So they feel that somebody is with me. Somebody is taking care with me. Sometimes some feelings is more important. So if they have feeling that somebody is with me, so they will feel good. So these are some important things to parents take care and make their students live and happy during this pandemic period.
Literally, thank you so much, sir, for making us understand about career counseling so efficiently and so clearly. Actually, I believe that career counseling in India helps students to find their right career by examining their core competencies. Usually, the perfect time for students to seek career counseling is during the ages, as you shared, sir, the ages of 13 to 17 years. And this is a time of many changes taking place in their life, both physical and emotional, such as the transition from school to college, trying not to fit in with peers. So it is also a time when career decisions are to be made and they need someone to guide them in the right path, as you discussed. So counselors use scientific evidences along with a logical approach. The process is not only dependent on the advices of the career expert, but a huge chunk of information is provided by the children and their parents too. So briefly, career counseling is extremely helpful to build a student career and is very important part of education. Career counselors, as said, that they ask, they analyze, and tell the best career path based on their skill and effective career alternative presents, which are being present even in the market. So rather than just researching what are the possibilities of a career, it is a great responsibility towards raising the education sector's level too. So in the process of career counseling, the students can leverage aptitude and personality tests, which are not only fun, but also highlights their personal skills suitable for a job. So to conclude with the words of Carl Sandburg, time is the coin of life. Only you can decide how you will spend it. So would you like to share something?
Yes, ma'am.
Because we have come to the
I
conclusion.
think
Yes, sir.
it is a very good initiative to make parents aware about the career counseling, as well as the some tips are given to the parents during that this pandemic situation to take care of their students, their children. So thank you very much for inviting me for such webinar, and I hope this will be helpful to the parents. Thank you very much once again.
So thank you so much, sir, for giving your lovely inputs, valuable inputs. And I think that career assessment test that would be that leads to a discussion with career counselors that can determine their calling and invest their effort into a very perfect career track. So thank you all for joining in for this cognizable FB Live. Hope everybody had a good time listening. Thank you. Yali ho.